Good morning, everyone. Welcome along to session number 3 of the Strength and Balance series we're doing of 8. So we'll start in a seated position as we have been doing so far. So just going to get you to sit in your chair and just take your bottom to the back of the chair. So we'll just begin in a really relaxed, comfortable position. And I just want you to feel your feet on the ground and take your hands to your thighs. Now in that position, just give yourself a moment just to connect with your breath. So you're going to breathe in through the nose, and as you breathe in, feel the rib cage expand. And now you want to feel you're lightly on the back of the chair as you do that. So you're just breathing in, and as we breathe in, we want to elongate the spine. So we're creating length through the spine with each in-breath, and we're maintaining that length as we breathe out. So each time we breathe in, we just feel a little bit more length through that spine. And also feel your lower back, especially against the back of the chair. So we're kind of creating a very open, relaxed posture as we lengthen the spine with each in-breath. Now it may be a little challenging to hold that length on the out-breath, but that's our aim. We want to be relaxed through the rest of the body. Relaxed in the shoulders as we breathe out, but maintaining that length. We're just going to engage those deeper muscles in the midsection of our body. Okay, and relax completely out of that and just let your body relax out of the movement. And then I want you to take yourself forward in the chair. So you're going to bring yourself to the front edge of the chair, and we're sitting tall. And again, just a couple more breaths, breathing in, lengthening the body, breathing out, maintaining that length. Nice open posture. Shoulders back and down, chest bone is up. And then we're going to take our hands to the side and we're going to breathe in as we reach up and breathe out as we reach down. And you can go at your own pace on this one, up and down. Maintain relaxation through the shoulders. Keep the eyes looking straight ahead. Belly button gently drawn to spine. Fantastic. We'll go for a couple more. Down. And then last one here. Bring it down and ease out of that. Let's take ourselves to the shoulders next. So we can have our hands down by our side. We're going to roll the shoulders up, back and down. Which is just going to let go of any tension in the neck and shoulder area. So a little bit of a squeeze up, draw back, slide down. Circling those shoulders. Doesn't have to be a big movement. How is your breathing? Excellent, nice and relaxed there. Okay, take the hand across to the opposite knee, and then your other hand can be on the side of the chair, and you're just going to push against that side of the leg with your hand as you turn your body for a little bit of a stretch in this position, gentle stretch of the spine. And then we relax, we take our other hand across, other hand on the chair. We're tall as we do it, as we press gently against that leg, which provides a little resistance to stretch the spine. Fantastic, ease out of that. Palms together, feet a little bit further away from the chair. And then we're going to hinge at the hips, keeping the back long, so we come forward and back. Now as we do this, we don't want to fold our body over. We want to keep the spine long, keep the chest and head up. Stretch those fingertips as far as your body allows without folding your back. Very important we don't fold the back. We want to keep the length in the spine. And on the up, might just feel a little bit of those tummy muscles working just ever so slightly to bring us back up. Stretch and away, and we can take those legs wider. Do the same thing, so we bring a wider stance. Reach and back in. And we're going to hold it a little bit. Hold, breathe, relax, and in. We'll do that one more time. Only go as far as your body allows comfortably without folding over. Excellent. Relax out of that. Bring the feet in, and then we're going to alternate bringing those heels up. So we sit tall as we do this. We're lifting up on the toes. So we can flex those ankles, pointing the toes down. And then from here, we're going to lift and lift. And as we do that, we're going to reach and reach. So we're bringing our hand down without bending our back. So we sit tall, we maintain the upright posture as we lift the knee and we slide the hand down the side of the inside of the leg. And we're going to slow it down. Slow. Excellent. Last one there. Ease out of that. Fantastic. Okay, toes underneath the knees. We're at the front edge of the chair still. So these hamstrings, back of the thighs, are free of the chair. We're up tall. We fold forward, hinging at the hips, not the spine. Push down and come up to standing, using the leg strength. Simple exercise for some people, more challenging for others. I'm going to move my chair out of the way. If you want a chair near you, you can for support. Standing nice and relaxed, I'm going to take my hands to the hips, and all I'm going to do from here is circle those hips round. So just nice loosen off of the hips. I'm going to circle them round with a little bit of bend of the knees, and then change direction opposite way, circling it round. Nice and flowing. And then bringing that to a stop. And then from here, I'm going to take myself to my hands again. This time I'm taking one arm up and round and down, then the other one up and round and down. So one, then the other. Is a little bit like backstroke in swimming, but then we're going to do both going round like a windmill effect, one round and the other. Back the way. And change direction and go forward way. A little bit of bend in the knees as we do this. And then just check how you're going with it. We're going to bring ourselves opposite, one forward, one back. And then change other way, one forward, one back. Excellent. Relax out with that. Shake and loosen those arms off. Take the elbows up and then into a little twist, left to right. Knees are soft. Breathing's relaxed. Very good. And bring that down and shake and loosen. Down to the feet. Last couple, we're going to start to move a little bit more soon, but we'll just do nice wide stretch of the legs, so inner thigh. You'll feel a little bit of a stretch there as we go from side to side. Keep the knees tracking over the toes, so those toes are pointing slightly out. And it's just as far as your body allows comfortably. Left to right. Excellent. Ease out of that there. Okay, we're going to start to move a little bit more, starting by lifting those feet. So we just lift the feet, a bit of a march on the spot, and we'll start with a nice and simple, gentle swing of the arms. Nothing too big. What I want us to focus on here is light on the feet, light on those toes. So we're just moving nimbly, and we're getting a bit of distance, air underneath the feet as we lift them up. Excellent. And then from here, we're going to exaggerate that arm swing a little bit more out in front of the body. So we're really exaggerating. We obviously never walk like this, but we're getting the blood flowing a little bit more, getting the body moving. Lifting those feet still, good quality inner movements. And then bring those arms down, bring yourself to a stop. And from here, stepping left to right. Side step, getting these muscles on the side of the body working, the hips and the knees and the ankles as we step. Light on the feet. Doesn't need to be a big step, but we're going to see if we can move fairly briskly from side to side. Step and step. Excellent. And as we go with that, we're going to step behind. So a little bit of a tap behind the body. Bit like a skater. You imagine you're skating, ice skating, rollerblading. It's that kind of movement. Leisurely. Or if you're feeling stronger, you make the movement slightly bigger. This just gets those side buttock muscles working across the body. And then back to side step. Stepping left to right. Then as we go, we're going to bring the knee across. Knee across. Then we just counterbalance with those arms. So you want to get the blood flowing, but you don't want to be breathless to the point where you couldn't talk. That'd be a guide you're just working a bit too hard. If you find it's easy, just make the movements bigger. And obviously adjust smaller movements if you find it too much. Okay, back to side step, last little bit there. And then bring that to a stop. Okay, from here, we're going to tap the outside of the heel. One side, then the other. I'll change my angle just so you can see. Different angles, but that's my movement. And then I'm going to bring my arm up if I feel I can. Up and up. Stretch and reach. So working the hips in a slightly different way here. Up and up. Reach those fingertips. Again, light on the feet. If it's too much, it's just a smaller movement. If you're feeling strong, you can go bigger and faster. And bring that down and relax out of that. Straight into a march. Now, if you need a drink of water any time, just have a little sip of water. Make sure you're hydrated, but don't drink too much in one go. Okay, then from here, I'm going to take my hands out in front, and this time I'm going to lift up. So I'm pointing the knees slightly out, and I'm stretching into that inside of the thigh, in that groin area. Just, again, make sure you're not folding your back forward. You want to keep the chest up. You may not touch the feet, it's just that direction. Or you may be very flexible, and you're tapping right to the feet. And even beyond with the fingers. Excellent. 3, 2, and 1. And walking that out. Very good. So a bit of work around this midsection area. We've gone so far. Next we're going to do is we're going to step and back. So it's a little lunge step, push back. Lunge step, push back. Now again, this is variable in how you can do this. If you feel really strong and super fit, you could lunge more. Or if you feel it's enough, it's just a little step and spring. Step and spring. Good stuff. So working reasonably continuously in this section, which is just to get the heart and lungs working. So we want to feel like the blood's flowing, but again, don't want to be breathless. Definitely start to feel those legs. Just doing a bit of work here. Good stuff. And 3, 2, and last one there. Excellent. Shake and loosen that off. And then from here, we're tapping back behind. Now we want to bring those feet straight back as we do this. And as we tap back, we're going to swing the arms back. Swing, so a bit of balance involved. Swing as we step back. Swing as we step back. Get more on the hips square, so we're bringing the feet straight back. So we want to avoid this kind of movement. It's directly back as much as we can, depending on the flexibility through our hips. And last couple there, and bring that to a stop. Back into a march. And then from here, we're going to take our hands up as we march, and then we're going to go up and across. So knee comes up, we bring our arms across. Keep the head up, chest up. Very light turn of the body. Lifting those knees. So we've got a bit of balance to hold steady as we lift that knee, lifting that leg on one side. Not for too long, it does get tiring. Excellent. 3, 2, and 1. Relax it down, back into a little walk on the spot. Very good. And then from here, we're just stepping forward and back, forward and back. But what we're going to do is we're going to mix this up a little bit, is we're going to step forward, out, and then back in. Out, out, back in. So adjusting those feet. Keep that upper body tall. Eyes looking straight ahead, not down at the ground if we can. So we're leading with one leg, and then we'll switch it up, and we're going to lead with the other leg. Switch it back and in. So out, out, and then in. Keeping really good balance through the body. You can make the movement bigger if you're feeling strong. Adjusting those feet, or again, smaller if you're feeling it's working you a little bit too much. Okay, switching feet quite often then. Each time we're going to see if we can switch. And we're going to make it smaller. So we're going quite quickly, little steps. So adjusting those feet gets the brain working a little bit there. Okay, excellent. Walk that out, relax out of that. Okay, from there, a little side tap. And then as we side tap, reaching up. Now the reaching up's optional. If you prefer just to do the side tap, you can with the foot. And we just create that nice flow, stretch and reach, side to side. Very good. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay, walking that out. Nice and flowing. Nice and relaxed. And then from this one, we're going to go into one knee high, up and up, just all one knee, up and up. So we're lifting up, exaggerating that leg lift. High, high. Eye line straight ahead, chest bone high, shoulders relaxed. Swing the arms to support your balance. And let's change that leg, other leg, up and down. So it's a high knee, up and down, up and down. Very good. And 3, 2, and 1 there. Well done. Okay, we'll walk that out. We're pretty much nearly done on this bit. So we're just going to go into side steps just to finish off. And we're going to swing those arms. It's just nice flowing movement, swinging the arms. And we're going to move from this exercise into a little cool down just to get the heart rate lowered if it's up. If it's not, then it's not going to be a concern for you. But from this, we'll bring those arms down, and we're going to move into balance. So we're going to do a little bit of balance work. So you can have a chair nearby for the next one. But what we're going to do is we're going to do a side leg swing across the body. So I'll start with the easier version. You just start with your foot on the ground, and you're just going to tap across and back, across and back. Now, if you feel you're able, you're going to bring it up and across, so you don't touch down on the one side. And then obviously if you're very strong and confident, you can swing, that leg and set myself well. So make sure you set yourself. You want to drop that weight, and then that's your full movement. But happy if you prefer to tap and up. Really important that standing leg is slightly bent. It's not locked because we don't want to twist that knee. Really important. And again, a chair for this might be really necessary too. Okay, quite tricky. Do the other side. Again, we might just tap and tap. She's going to still work our balance, or our intermediate, tap on one side, swing across, tap on one side, swing across, or, whoops, across the body. Excellent. Anytime you need to tap to reset, just tap, and then if you want to swing full without holding or without putting your foot down. It's just about finding the right challenge for you. You want to challenge yourself but not take on something that's too difficult that you're not able to do it. Okay, ease out of that one. A little follow the leader balance exercise next. I'm either going to take my right foot forward, and you've got to balance up, or I might do my left foot forward, and you're just copying that, or I might do it back behind, or I might do it to the side, either side. And you just got to copy which one I do as a balance movement. Okay, so it's mirroring what I do. So bringing the leg back on this side, bringing the leg forward on the other side. Now, if you need a chair or something, then have something nearby. Out to the side on this side, out to the side on the same side. Okay, other side. And then to the front. And the other side behind. And the other side behind. Excellent, well done, shake and loosen. So just getting the brain working a little bit with the balance as we go through the movement. Let's take ourselves into our heel-toe stand. I'll bring the chair near. Again, you might or may not want a chair. I'll just show that for those who do. You put one foot in front of the other. It's quite a staple one. It's a good one to do and practice. Just that balance. And you just hold that as a balance in that position. And then we'll practice a few little things. So we'll roll our shoulders as we do this. And then we'll take our hands to our shoulders and we'll circle our shoulders as we do this. If that's too much and you need the chair, you circle with one hand, one arm, one elbow. Okay, relax and switch your lead leg. So other foot in front. And then from here, I'm going to do, again, if you want the chair, a little mini crouch and tall. Crouch and tall. Now that might be quite hard, so you've got your chair if you need it. Crouch and tall. And crouch and tall. Excellent. And shake and loosen out of that. Just another little balance exercise. We're going to come to the back of the chair next. The last one we'll do before we move on to the next part. So from this position, I'm behind the chair. I'm going to extend one leg back, fairly straight, so don't bend the knee all the way up, but fairly straight leg. I'm holding onto the chair, but then I let go, and then I bring myself up tall. Now, I might want to do that a bit more. So we start here, we bring our leg up, and then you let go, and you balance back up. The hinge is at the hips, the spine stays long. If it's too easy, you don't hold the chair at all. You come down, straight leg back, bit of weight in on this other leg, and then we bring ourselves back up tall. So that's the movement, either with the chair, straighten leg, letting go, bringing it up. That was a bit wobbly. Okay, so we just keep practicing that there. Down, and then tall. The key being hinging at the hips and going as slow as we feel we're able to do. So we're back, chair's there, and then we let go as we feel able, but always have the chair near as we bring ourselves back up. So it's a single leg deadlift, this movement's called. Very important we don't fold the back over. We're in this, like we go further, obviously if you feel strong, you go further, and then you bring yourself up, upright. Fantastic. Down, other side, and then up, upright. Fantastic, great stuff. Shake your legs out, relax out of that, and we'll take ourselves to the chair for our sit to stands, which is a good one for us to practice. It's very functional movement, so I'm going to feel the back of the chair and know it's there. You might want to do this with the chair against the wall so you feel secure that it's there. So with this position, once you've set it up, the bottom goes back. We push the hips back, the bottom back. We stay fairly upright so the knees don't come forward as we smoothly take our seat in the chair. And then we just do that in reverse. Tall, hinge at the hips, push down, bring yourself back up. So we're getting out of the habit of using the hands on a chair rest or the legs, trying to engage as much as we can the strength in the legs. And if you feel good, you spring up a little more and then slower on the down. Spring up a little more, slower on the down. Now you can go much faster than I'm going. I'm just demonstrating a pace, but if you feel comfortable and you want to go a bit more up and down, a little bit faster pace, you can do that. Everyone will be at a different level, so find what works for you. I want to think about pushing the feet into the ground, utilizing the really strong thigh muscles, the buttocks and hamstrings as well. Push up and down. If you want, you can bring your arms across to each shoulder, if you want to practice that, which just gives you a little bit more challenge. I really want to think about more spring on the up, slow on the down. We'll just go for another 15 to 20 seconds. If you feel you've done enough, you stop at any time. Okay, last one here. And we're going to finish in standing. Now you can take that chair slightly out of the way, and we're going to grab our weights, our dumbbells, or if we don't have dumbbells, remember we're using cans of food, or we can use water bottles as well. Okay, so we're going to start with our dumbbells, with one dumbbell on the thigh and the other dumbbell at the side. And we're going to take one dumbbell up to the side and the other one to the front and down. Then we turn and we do the other way. So we bring it up and down, turn, up and down. So frontal raise and side raise, lateral raise of the arm. Okay, so we want to be not too fast, not too slow, around about 2 seconds up, 2 seconds down. Keep those shoulders relaxed, engaging the body, gentle with the breath, so breathing is relaxed. Fantastic. Okay. So again, depends on what you've got there. If you're lifting a heavier weight, then it will be more challenging. And you might feel you need to stop quicker. If you're using a lighter weight, you may find it a lot easier. But you want to work to the point, not where your muscles are trembling and shaking, but just feeling like they've worked a bit warmed up, and definitely gained a bit of strength in that movement. Okay, last one, either side, switch, and down. Excellent. Okay, let's keep the weight, and we're going to put the weight just out in front of the body here in this position. So we've just got the dumbbells touching. I'm going to take my feet wider. I think we've done this before. We do our kind of sumo squat. So feet wider, toes turned slightly out, bottom back, down we go, and up tall. Down we go, up tall. And then as we come up, we're going to bring those elbows back. Down, elbows back. I'm going to change my angle here again. Elbows back, down, elbows back. So kind of squeezing those shoulder blades together. Now make sure your knees stay tracking over your toes. And we want to make that upper body, the shoulders relaxed. It's more the elbows draw back, not the shoulders lift up. Keep the chest bone high. Focus on your breathing. And we'll go for 2 more. And last one there. Well done. Okay. Last one with the dumbbells before we have a little rest on them for a second. So we'll just go for our arm curl. We're going to curl up quite quickly and then down a little bit slower. Curl up quickly, down a little slower. Now we want to make sure with this one we keep the shoulders wide and open, chest bone high. How are we breathing through these exercises? We don't want to be holding the breath. We don't need to take huge deep breaths, just gently breathing, maintaining a regular rhythm, letting the body get into a bit of flow with the movement and using your breath to guide that. Excellent. Just go for 3 more. And last one here. Fantastic. Okay, folding of the hips, so hinge the hips, keep the spine long as we put the weight down on the ground. And we're going to come to the back of our chair and do a little stretch before we do another exercise. So taking ourselves to the back of the chair, reasonably high, or could be the back of the sofa or even a bench top. All will be fine. Hands on the chair or the bench top or the table. And we just step back. So we're going into what's called a table stretch. The idea being that you're folding, so your back is like the table that someone could eat their dinner off. Now that might be far enough for you, and that may even be too far already, or maybe here. But if you're feeling quite flexible, you can bring yourself all the way down, but keep the head up as you do it. So you want to keep that back of the neck long. Now if this is too far, then don't go so far. Important you bend the knees, the bottom pushes back. So you're creating as much length from the tailbone to the top of your head as you can. Relax the shoulders, and then slowly lift your head, lift your body, and walk yourself back in. So just a nice, gentle stretch through that area of the body, particularly between the shoulder blades. Let's take our hand onto the wall. We're going to do a little wall stretch. So I'm going to have my hand with fingers facing up, and then all I'm going to do is turn the body away from the wall to feel the stretch through the bicep, that upper arm, and then into the chest and the front of the shoulder. So just enough of a stretch there. And I can, if I want, bring that foot forward on the same side as I'm stretching, just to give a slightly deeper stretch. Gently breathe. Keep that head up. And then relax out of that side and take your other hand again facing up, turn the body, and you'll feel that stretch down the arm and on the front of the shoulder and chest. Again, you can step that foot forward. Breathing is relaxed. Okay. And then slowly bring the foot back, ease off. And if you've got a wall space, we're going to go into a wall press next. So basically, hands on the wall to do a push-up or press up from the wall. Now you can do wider hands, which is easier, or narrower hands, which will be harder. And you can keep your elbows out, easier, or elbows in, which is harder. So wider elbows, wider arms, easier. Narrow elbows, narrow arms is going to be harder. So hands on the wall. Guide is around about shoulder width if you're not sure. Step yourself back from the wall and then just hinge at the ankles. So the ankle is where you hinge from. The rest of the body moves as one. Focus on your breathing. Not too high with the hands. You can adjust them down. Shoulders should stay relaxed. And you can play around with how wide your hands are as you do this. So you can have a wide position or a narrower position. This is working into the triceps and the chest muscles. So the triceps are the back of the arms, and then the chest muscles and the biceps as well. And you may feel a little bit into the back too. Okay, let's make the next one the last one. Lots of ways you can vary that to make it easier or harder, just depending on what you need. Okay, to the legs now. We'll just do one more exercise for the legs before we move into some more stretching. So I'm going to take my stance a little bit wider with my one foot forward, one behind, and my back heel raised. I've got my chair for support here, though you don't necessarily need it if you feel balanced. Drop the knees, both knees bend, and then come back up. Both knees bend, come back up. So we're bending and raising. So it's a lunging action. Now, you want to drop that back knee directly down as much as you can, so you're not bringing this front knee over the toes. That's really important that we don't put pressure on the knees in that way. So drop both the back knee and bend the front knee. Okay, last one on this side. And then we're going to switch to the other side. Same thing, set it up, and then drop it down. I'll change my angle so you can see my back knee. So see how my back knee goes straight down, my front knee doesn't really come forward too much. I'm bending both knees, I'm strong in the upper body. I want to think about the crown of the head to the ceiling on this. Really lengthen through the body. Now I can do that without holding on, which is just a bit more balance required. Final two. Excellent. Relax out of that. Give those legs a shake off. That's going to be the thighs you feel working there. So it's good to stretch them out. And then I want to move into some stretching now, some more stretching. So we're going to start off. We're going to come to the chair, and we're going to sit at the front edge of the chair. So we can just feel the back of the chair with our legs. Again, you might want it against the back of the wall. Bottom back as we come down. Let me change my angle slightly. And then from here, on front edge of the chair, I'm going to lift one knee up. I'm just going to hug that in and hook it across. And then I'm either going to hug it in to stretch into this glute area here, or I'm going to push it away for the stretch of the same area. So two options, either pushing down or hugging in. The hugging in I quite like, but both are very effective. And you want to sit tall as you do this. So you're stretching this glute muscle. And as you do that, breathing's relaxed. Nice flowing breath. And then bring that down and switch to the other side. So you hug that up, hook across, and then you've got that stretch on the other side. Gentle breathing. So I want to feel if there's any difference as we stretch. You remember we're either pushing down or hugging up. If one side feels different to the other, we're just being aware of that. Not that we have to do anything, but just recognize the tighter or looser muscles, easier muscles to move. Excellent. Let's bring that down. And then from here, we'll go to our hamstring stretch. So foot out in front, we're up tall, and then we hinge over to stretch that back of the thigh. So again, the hinges at the hips, we don't fold over. Maintain that length. So we're more off the ironing board, the long table, than we are the cashew and the rolled over back. The chest bone stays up, the head stays up, so we don't fold over at that top part of the body either, top part of the spine. We just go far enough to feel the stretch engage, but not forcing, not trembling the muscle. And then lightly draw yourself out of that side and switch to the other side. We're hinging again. Chest is up, head is up. So again, feel that hamstring, that back of the thigh, and you may feel that in the calf. How's your breathing? Each time you breathe out, can you just surrender the muscles a little more? See if that eases, stretch a little bit more into the muscles. Okay, slowly out of that, hands onto your chair, back, and then we lean back and then push forward and away. Now you may want to adjust your feet slightly forward for this, but you want to lean forward, squeeze those shoulder blades together. And we raise up the chest bone. And we relax out of that. Now let's ease out of that, bring ourselves to the back of the chair. So if you can, hip walk yourself to the back of the chair. Roll the shoulders, and then we'll do a little neck stretch to finish off with. So you're going to drop, tilt the head to the side. And as you tilt the head, think about lifting the ear to the ceiling. So we're really lengthening as we tilt our head to the side. How's your breathing? Not holding your breath. Relax into the stretch. Each out-breath's an opportunity just to let go of any tension as we roll to the other side for the final stretch, ear to ceiling. Okay, back to center. Give those shoulders a little shrug, little roll. Hands to thighs. Take yourself a moment just to relax, feel your body. And we'll finish off there. Thank you very much, everyone.